I'm eating a lot of protein and vegetables and walking. That's what I'm doing. We're approaching the 200-pound mark.
Once known for his struggles and a past filled with heavy battles, Jelly Roll now stands as a man who has undergone a total transformation. From the way he carries himself to the energy he radiates, everything about him reflects the resilience built from years of hardship. His story is more than a tale of physical change. It is the account of a life reshaped by pain, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of redemption. Every step he takes now carries the strength of someone who has confronted the darkest corners of his past and emerged with purpose. Join us as we explore the extraordinary journey of Jelly Roll, a story of rebirth that few could have predicted. Born as Jason Bradley DeFord on December 4, 1984, in Nashville, Tennessee, Jelly Roll's early life was far from easy. He grew up in the southeastern neighborhood of Antioch, a place marked by both hardship and lessons that would shape the man he would become. His father, Horace Buddy DeFord, ran a wholesale meat business and maintained a side hustle as a bookie, adding layers of complexity to his family life. Jelly Roll had 3 older half-siblings, 2 brothers, Roger and Scott, and a sister, Shelby, who were already part of his world as he began forging his own path. His mother, whose name he has never publicly shared, battled substance addiction and mental health issues, struggles that often spilled over into the home, leaving young Jason to navigate an unstable environment. Despite these challenges, his mother gave him a nickname that would stick for life. She called him Jelly Roll because of his chubby appearance as a child. Little did anyone know, this playful moniker would later become his stage identity. As his career evolved, he preferred to be called simply Jelly, stripping the name, down to something more personal, something that reflected the intimacy of his journey rather than its origins in humor. It was his mother who first ignited his love for music. She would play artists like George Strait and Garth Brooks, and Jason would sit with her, soaking in the emotion of every song. Through her, he learned to appreciate not just the melodies, but the storytelling power of music, the ability to move people and convey raw emotion. By the age of 9 or 10, he had already written his first rap song, determined to create music that could touch hearts the way his mother's favorites touched hers. As he grew, he threw himself further into his craft. By 8th grade, he was producing mixtapes and handing them out in high school parking lots, a young artist determined to make his voice heard. Life, however, would soon test his resolve. At 13, his parents divorced, a separation that left him feeling the heavy burden of responsibility. With his father absent, Jason sought ways to support his mother, which led him down a dangerous path of selling illegal substances. Yet even in these early missteps, he never forgot music. He would sneak his rap mixtapes into the bags of his customers, spreading his art where it was least expected. Despite the challenges, his bond with his father remained strong. Buddy DeFord instilled lessons in dignity and the importance of standing against racism, values that would guide Jason throughout his life. When Buddy passed away from cancer in March 2019, the loss cut deeply, but the principles he left behind continued shaping Jelly Roll's path. Every part of his early life, from his mother's struggles to his first rap at age 10, to distributing mixtapes while navigating crime, formed the foundation for the artist he would become. Music became the one constant in a life otherwise filled with turbulence. Trouble with the law began early. At just 14, Jelly Roll was arrested for the first time, marking the beginning of a long series of encounters with the justice system. Over the years, he would be locked up around 40 times for a range of offenses, moving in and out of jail as his lifestyle kept pulling him deeper into legal trouble. One of the most serious incidents occurred at 16 when he was charged with aggravated robbery and tried as an adult. Though he had not yet reached full physical maturity, the court treated him as a grown man, facing the possibility of 20 years in prison. Ultimately, he served just over a year, followed by probation for more than 7 years. The consequences of this early brush with the law were long-lasting. Tennessee's strict regulations for violent crimes left a permanent mark on his record, stripping him of rights that most people take for granted, such as voting or volunteering freely. Around the same time, Jelly Roll was entangled in substance abuse, both selling and using drugs. This cycle of dependency deepened his struggles, but also gave him insight into addiction, a knowledge he would later use to help others. A pivotal moment arrived at 23. While incarcerated for dealing hard substances, he received life-changing news. He had become a father. The birth of his daughter, Bailey, forced him to confront the trajectory of his life. It was a moment heavy, with responsibility, one that sparked a shift in his mindset. He realized he could no longer continue the destructive patterns of his youth. During his time in prison, Jelly Roll took advantage of the education unit, earning his GED. For someone who had spent years in and out of legal trouble, this achievement marked the beginning of a new chapter. Upon his release in 2009, he carried not just freedom, but a renewed determination to create a better life. Over the years, his journey drew public attention once more, culminating in the Tennessee Board of Parole reviewing his case. Considering his personal growth and societal impact, they recommended a pardon, a recognition of his efforts to change, and a step toward opening doors that had long been closed due to his criminal record. Music became his vehicle for outreach. He used it to share his struggles, to inspire prisoners and young people in detention, urging them to seek recovery through therapy, music, and second chances. The pardon, besides symbolic importance, made international travel feasible, enabling him to bring his music and message of redemption to audiences worldwide. Jelly Roll's story demonstrates that even those who fall deeply can reclaim their lives, using lessons learned from mistakes to guide others toward a better path. Even as his life improved, Jelly Roll faced battles with his own body. For years, he carried the weight of addiction, childhood trauma, and literal physical weight, reaching a peak of 540 pounds. His size affected every aspect of life: performance, travel, mobility, and self-perception. Food became both comfort and escape, an emotional coping mechanism that traced back to early childhood. By 2015, his weight had exceeded the measurement capacity of standard scales, prompting doctors to suggest using industrial scales at truck stops. Despite public appearances and career achievements, the nickname Jelly Roll became a painful reminder of the burden he carried. Though he could perform on stage, internal discomfort persisted. For years, he sought validation through relationships, attempting to cover emotional wounds, but the weight remained a constant reminder of unresolved struggles. The turning point came in 2016 when he committed to losing weight seriously. Over time, he dropped 200 pounds, but lifestyle pressures, touring, travel, late nights, and temptations led to regaining 60 pounds. Frustration returned, but he refused to quit. Public accountability became part of his strategy, sharing struggles. Online, committing to change and setting tangible goals. By early 2024, tangible results began to appear. Training for a 5K race, a feat once unimaginable, he progressed from struggling to walk a mile to completing over 3 miles. His first race in May 2024 became a personal triumph, a milestone representing more than weight loss. It symbolized the power of persistence, discipline, and self-belief. Public appearances, such as the Academy of Country Music Awards, showcased his transformation. Slimmer, energized, and resilient. By April 2025, he weighed 357 pounds, nearly 200 pounds lighter than at his peak, and set his sights on losing another 100 pounds. Aiming for ambitious goals like skydiving with his wife and landing on Men's Health magazine. Despite progress, he remains candid about ongoing battles with food addiction, late-night cravings, and the emotional triggers tied to his past. Discipline. Workouts, cold plunges, and careful nutrition remain critical in his daily routine. For Jelly Roll, weight loss is not just physical. It is tied deeply to healing, mental health, and reclaiming control over life. Jelly Roll's journey exemplifies resilience, redemption, and the power of self-reinvention. Using his experiences, he guides others away from mistakes he once made, showing that change is possible even after years of struggle. Music, faith, and perseverance remain central to his life philosophy. His story is one of continual growth, inspiring fans and peers alike to face challenges with determination. Each step he takes, whether on stage, in life, or toward personal goals, serves as a testament to the possibility of transformation. From a troubled childhood to legal troubles, addiction, and extreme obesity, Jelly Roll's journey reminds the world that the human spirit can rise, rebuild, and thrive, no matter the odds. Even after losing nearly 200 pounds, Jelly Roll knows that transformation is never a one-time event. The journey continues daily through workouts, meditation, and careful nutrition. Every morning begins with discipline, hydration, early exercise, and mindfulness practices, forming a routine that reinforces his physical and mental strength. He treats each day as a building block toward his larger goals, whether it's performing on stage, connecting with fans, or inspiring those battling similar challenges. Jelly Roll has set ambitious targets for the future. Beyond the next 100 pounds of weight loss, he plans to challenge himself with new athletic goals, like a half marathon and skydiving, symbolizing his determination to confront fear head-on. But these goals are not just personal milestones. They are a message to his audience. He wants people to see that no obstacle is insurmountable when met with consistency, focus, and resilience. Through interviews and social media, he shares not only the triumphs, but also the setbacks. The late nights, the cravings, and the moments of doubt remain part of his narrative, yet he frames them as opportunities to learn and grow. His openness about vulnerability makes him relatable and reinforces that transformation is a process, not a perfect outcome. Jelly Roll's transformation extends beyond his personal health. It deeply influences his music and the way he engages with fans. His songs now carry layers of authenticity that resonate with audiences worldwide. Lyrics are no longer just about experiences, but about overcoming adversity, making better choices, and finding hope amid struggle. This authenticity has helped him connect with fans who see their own lives reflected in his journey. In addition to music, he has become an advocate for mental health and recovery. He frequently speaks at rehabilitation centers, schools, and correctional facilities, emphasizing the importance of second chances. His story serves as a living example that someone who has made mistakes can still rise, make amends, and use their experience to guide others. Whether mentoring young artists or encouraging fans battling addiction, Jelly Roll's influence extends far beyond the stage. Alongside his career and transformation, Jelly Roll has focused on building a stable, loving family life. Fatherhood has been a continuous motivator, shaping decisions and inspiring him to maintain discipline. The bond with his daughter Bailey remains central to his life, guiding him through challenges and reminding him why the fight for personal improvement is worth it. Marriage has also added new layers to his life. His relationship with his wife reflects shared goals, support, and understanding. Together, they dream of adventures, travel, skydiving, and experiences that were once unimaginable due to past struggles. This personal fulfillment highlights a broader truth. Transformation is not only physical, but emotional and relational. Jelly Roll's ongoing success is rooted in the rigorous application of discipline. Diet, workouts, sleep, hydration, and mental health routines are meticulously planned. Cold plunges, cardio, and weight training are paired with meditation and visualization exercises, creating a balance between physical performance and emotional stability. He emphasizes that consistency, more than intensity, drives results. Every setback is reframed as a lesson rather than failure. This disciplined approach not only fuels his continued weight loss and physical health, but also strengthens his capacity to tour, perform, and maintain a demanding schedule without sacrificing his well-being. Public attention has always been part of Jelly Roll's life, but transformation has brought a new form of scrutiny. Fans and critics alike watch every change in appearance, performance, and personal life. Yet instead of letting judgment hinder him, he uses it as motivation. The journey of shedding weight and improving lifestyle is performed under public gaze, but his focus remains on personal growth rather than external validation. He often reflects on the years when judgment was internalized and self-worth was tied to appearance, mistakes, or temporary approval. By shifting his mindset, he has reclaimed agency over his narrative, proving that self-respect and inner strength matter more than public opinion. Faith and introspection have been pillars of Jelly Roll's journey. Meditation, prayer, and moments of reflection provide him with perspective on past struggles and achievements. Gratitude plays a central role, whether for lessons learned from hardship, opportunities gained through music, or the support of family and fans. He often shares that acknowledging small victories is as crucial as celebrating major milestones. Gratitude keeps him grounded, reminding him that each day presents a chance to grow stronger, act with purpose, and help others along the way. This blend of faith, reflection, and gratitude shapes his approach to life, work, and relationships. Jelly Roll refuses to stop once he reaches one milestone. Every achievement becomes the stepping stone for the next goal. Beyond physical transformation, he sets new challenges that test his mental, emotional, and physical endurance. Completing a 5K was just the beginning. He now trains for half marathons, pushing his limits with each session. Every mile he runs symbolizes his fight against the weight of past struggles, both physical and emotional. He also embraces adventurous goals that once seemed impossible. Skydiving, traveling to new countries, and exploring experiences outside his comfort zone are all part of his plan. For Jelly Roll, these challenges are more than personal accomplishments. They're symbolic victories over fear, self-doubt, and years of limitation. Each goal achieved reinforces his belief that transformation is an ongoing journey, one that requires vision, courage, and relentless determination. As his career and personal growth continue, Jelly Roll's influence extends far beyond Nashville. International tours, online platforms, and social media presence have allowed him to reach fans worldwide. His story resonates universally because it is not just about music. It is about resilience, second chances, and overcoming obstacles that many face. In each city he visits, he shares not only his music but also the lessons from his life. His performances are now layered with meaning, as he connects with audiences on a deeper level. Fans see a man who has battled his own demons, yet continues to strive for betterment, proving that transformation is possible no matter where you start. 1. Of the most fulfilling aspects of Jelly Roll's journey is the opportunity to mentor young artists and individuals facing adversity. He speaks at schools, music programs, and rehabilitation centers, offering guidance based on experience rather than theory. His advice covers music, mental health, physical wellness, and the importance of persistence. He emphasizes that mistakes are not the end, but rather lessons to learn from. By mentoring, he creates a ripple effect, ensuring that his struggles help others avoid the same pitfalls. His story becomes a template for resilience, showing that growth, responsibility, and self-belief can rewrite one's life trajectory. Transformation is never only physical, and Jelly Roll understands that well. The emotional battles he faced throughout life, feelings of inadequacy, trauma, and fear of failure remain ongoing challenges. He confronts these emotions through therapy, mindfulness, and self-reflection. Sharing vulnerabilities with fans and peers has been part of his healing process. By acknowledging struggles rather than hiding them, he encourages others to confront their own emotional battles. For Jelly Roll, strength is not just about weight loss or career success. It's about emotional resilience, acceptance, and the courage to face one's past without shame. Music has always been central to Jelly Roll's life, but its role has evolved. It is no longer just a career or a passion. It has become a tool for healing, reflection, and communication. Each song tells a story of struggle, perseverance, or redemption. His lyrics resonate because they are authentic, drawn from personal experience. Fans connect deeply, finding solace and inspiration in his words. Through music, Jelly Roll reaches people who may never meet him, yet feel understood and motivated by his journey. Music becomes the bridge between personal transformation and social impact, amplifying his message of hope. Beyond personal growth, Jelly Roll actively promotes awareness of mental health and addiction recovery. He shares his experiences openly, emphasizing that seeking help is a sign of strength rather than weakness. Through public talks, online engagement, and collaborations with recovery organizations, he inspires individuals to pursue therapy, adopt healthy habits, and believe in second chances. His advocacy work turns personal pain into a public mission, helping thousands navigate their own paths toward healing. Jelly Roll's life today is defined by intention. Every choice he makes, from his diet to his workout routines, from his music to his public engagements, is purposeful. He no longer drifts through life reacting to circumstances. Instead, he actively shapes his destiny. This shift from survival to intention is what sets him apart. He approaches each day with a sense of mission, to inspire, to uplift, and to demonstrate that transformation is possible. He often reflects on his past, not with regret, but with a clear understanding of how each experience shaped him. The hardships, mistakes, and setbacks are no longer burdens. They are lessons that fuel his purpose. By channeling his energy into constructive endeavors, he models how one can turn adversity into meaning. Jelly Roll's connection with his fans goes beyond music. Social media platforms, live performances, and personal interactions allow him to engage directly, sharing not just songs but stories of struggle, recovery, and personal growth. Fans often reach out to express how his journey has inspired them to make changes in their own lives, whether it's pursuing healthier habits, confronting addiction, or overcoming personal challenges. Jelly Roll embraces these interactions as part of his mission, understanding that influence is most powerful when it motivates tangible change in others. Looking forward, Jelly Roll aims to leave a legacy that transcends music charts and awards. His story is a testament to resilience, redemption, and the power of second chances. From a troubled childhood and legal troubles to addiction, obesity, and public scrutiny, he has continually transformed himself, setting an example for those who face their own battles. His legacy is built on three pillars: personal growth, authenticity, and service to others. By sharing his story honestly, mentoring young artists, advocating for mental health, and connecting with fans, Jelly Roll ensures that his life is not just about success, but about impact. Every milestone, every song, and every interaction contributes to a broader narrative of hope, proving that even the most challenging beginnings do not determine the end. For Jelly Roll, transformation is not just about what he has achieved, but about what lies ahead. Every milestone reached opens doors to new ambitions, new experiences, and new ways to impact the world. His vision is multifaceted. Physical health, musical growth, global influence, and personal fulfillment all intersect in a deliberate plan. Physically, he aims to continue his weight loss journey, targeting another 100 pounds to reach his ideal performance condition. But it's not merely about numbers on a scale. It's about reclaiming freedom and mobility that he was once denied. Activities that once seemed impossible, like traveling without limitations, engaging fully on stage, or participating in extreme sports, now fuel his daily motivation. Skydiving in Sweden is more than an adventure. It is a symbolic conquest over fear, demonstrating that boundaries exist only to be challenged. Musically, Jelly Roll envisions evolving his sound while keeping his authenticity intact. He seeks to collaborate with new artists, experiment with genres and craft music that continues to resonate on a deeply emotional level. His songwriting, once an outlet for personal pain, now serves as a bridge connecting him to fans worldwide, allowing listeners to see their own struggles reflected in his lyrics. Through this, he hopes to inspire not just temporary entertainment, but long-lasting impact, encouraging fans to confront their challenges with courage and hope. Beyond personal achievements, his vision encompasses advocacy and mentorship on a larger scale. He aspires to create programs for young people at risk, guiding them through music, education, and mental health resources. He wants to establish foundations that help those struggling with addiction, obesity, or emotional trauma, providing a structured environment for growth and recovery. His goal is to ensure that the lessons from his life are institutionalized, so others do not have to face the same hardships alone. At the core of his vision is balance. He knows that success without personal well-being is hollow. He integrates physical fitness, mental health, family, and career ambitions into a cohesive life plan. Each decision, each goal, is approached with careful thought, reflecting the discipline that has carried him from 540 pounds and repeated incarcerations to the empowered, motivated man he is today. Jelly Roll's future is not about chasing fame or recognition. It's about purpose, influence, and living a life aligned with the values he has cultivated. His vision encompasses a global stage, but it is deeply personal, reflecting lessons learned from adversity, triumph, and unwavering self-belief. Every day is another step toward a life that is not just survived, but fully and intentionally lived. One of the defining aspects of Jelly Roll's journey is how he leverages his platform for greater influence. His music, public appearances, and online presence are not just vehicles for entertainment. They are instruments for change. Having lived through addiction, legal trouble, and personal hardship, he knows firsthand how small interventions and inspiring stories can alter someone's path. He often speaks to audiences about accountability, resilience, and the choices that define a life. In prisons, schools, and rehabilitation centers, he shares the raw truths of his journey, not glossed over for media consumption, but told with full honesty. These stories resonate with people who are grappling with their own challenges, providing a roadmap of perseverance and hope. Moreover, Jelly Roll uses his platform to normalize conversations around mental health and addiction. He openly discusses his struggles with food addiction, trauma, and self-esteem, demonstrating that vulnerability is a strength rather than a weakness. By destigmatizing these topics, he empowers fans to seek help, pursue therapy, and take actionable steps toward recovery. Social media has become a tool for connection, allowing him to reach thousands daily. Fans often share messages of how his life story has motivated them to change careers, adopt healthier habits, or rebuild broken relationships. Jelly Roll recognizes that his influence carries responsibility, and he embraces it fully, channeling his public presence into meaningful, lasting impact. Through interviews, podcasts, and collaborations with other influential figures, he spreads the message that transformation is achievable at any stage of life. He demonstrates that mistakes, no matter how severe, are not the final chapter. They are the groundwork for a story of redemption, growth, and empowerment. For Jelly Roll, success has been redefined over the years. It is no longer measured solely by fame, wealth, or musical accolades. Instead, success is rooted in health, emotional resilience, and the ability to positively influence others. Every step he takes, whether on stage, on a run, or in a personal interaction, contributes to this broader definition. He emphasizes that success is deeply personal and requires continuous reflection. While the world sees the transformation in His appearance and achievements Jelly Roll focuses on the internal victories, overcoming late-night cravings, staying disciplined during exhausting tours, and maintaining mental clarity in high-pressure situations. These daily triumphs, though often unnoticed by the public, are what solidify his long-term transformation. By living intentionally, Jelly Roll has crafted a life that balances career ambition with personal fulfillment. He invests in relationships, ensures meaningful engagement with fans, and consistently evaluates whether his actions align with his values. This redefinition of success allows him to thrive not only as an artist, but also as a mentor, advocate, and family man. As his journey continues, Jelly Roll focuses on ensuring his story leaves a lasting mark. Storytelling has always been central to his music, and now it extends to his public persona. Every interview, song, and appearance is an opportunity to illustrate the power of transformation. He documents his life with transparency, sharing struggles alongside achievements. By doing so, he creates a legacy rooted in authenticity, encouraging future generations to embrace their journey, however challenging it may be. His story becomes a blueprint for resilience, showing that life's setbacks can become stepping stones toward extraordinary growth. Jelly Roll envisions a future where his experiences continue to guide others long after he steps off the stage. Whether through mentorship programs, charitable initiatives, or continued music, he seeks to cement a legacy that inspires, uplifts, and motivates. Every choice he makes today contributes to the narrative he hopes will endure, a story of a man who fell, learned, and rose stronger than ever. Jelly Roll's journey has taught him that challenges are not obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to grow. Every setback, whether it be a personal struggle with addiction, a legal issue from his past, or the physical limitations caused by his weight,